Fultoncards here, live and direct from Brooklyn, New York City. Let's go, let's go. In front of me today, 2020-21 Upper Deck SP Signature Edition, box number 2. I think it's case 7th heaven. I'm not sure which case it is at this point. I'm trying to space it out. This is one of the most popular products of the past 5 years, if not more, much like 2015-16 champs. So in front of me today, let's go. SP Signature Edition Legends, configuration 5 cards per pack, 18 packs per box, 90 cards total, base set 1 through 300, base set short prints 301 through 350, base all-time Future Watch autos and non-auto 351 through 451. So within a box we can expect your 2 autos, 1 profile bounty, a rare hit, in theory 3 parallels and 10 inserts. And let's just rummage and roll and pluck our way through the good stuff. The seal is askew and off-center. So these boxes are in fact depleted. So people will invariably ask me how I secure boxes that are depleted. I do have a video on where to secure boxes, but obviously eBay is the best marketplace. But it does set the price point based on the actual market, which is why these boxes cost so much at this price point, because there are so few of them and such demand for them. So once again, left to right on your radio dial, we do have a Greg DeVries. Backs of the cards, as we all know. Al McInnes, I do have his all-time Future Watch. Groshek, Canvas, Sammy Salo, and Sergio Momesso of your house. I once played summer hockey with Sergio Momesso circa 1990 after he was traded away from the Habs, which was fun. Mike Palmateer with one of my favorite masks of that era, and we do have the dominant digits of Mario. Anderson, Cunningworth, Randy Cunningworth, and JP Dumont. So once again, looking for the 97 SIGs and the Century Legends with the duals and trips and quads and the canvas autos and all of the above. Of course, the all-time Future Watch are the ideal ones to hit. They are the case hits, 1 or 2 per case. Greg Fox, as well as a base canvas here of Scott Mellenby. These canvases are so beautiful. Primo Schultz, and Ray Shepard. Now, why is this pack turned around? Although it is easier to open it once it's turned around. That was bizarre. So Rick Lance, now this one is an error card. You guys can comment on under the video as to why it's an error card. Those of you who know. And it's actually the original photo, I believe, from the 1980s, which was also an error card. Pat LaFontaine, and there is the profiles bounty of Mario, Dirk Graham with the stash, and Alex Tanguay. So people wonder why you have depth players. It's because of error cards and narratives that are sort of hidden narratives that Upper Deck sort of nodded to, which I love. Willie Mitchell, Creighton, as well as the life after hockey here of Stu Grimson, the Grim Reaper, Dave Taylor, and Hal Gill. Remember Hal Gill? Could pretty much block every shot. He was that tall and long. All right, the end of column 1 here, and we have a base gold parallel. Randy Burridge, as well as the Mike Bossy. He does have a sticker auto within this product. I do have his number to 10 gold all-time Future Watch auto, which I hit in a GP sports card break. One of my favorite hits ever. Thank you, Grant. All right, middle column, we should start hitting something at this point. Oh, we have an all-time Future Watch, and it looks to be orangey. I think it could be a flyer is my best guess. It could be a Bruin. I'm thinking a flyer. It could also be somebody like Theo Fleury if it's a flame. Brett Hull is in a Flames uniform. Brian Propp is in a Flyers uniform. I always hit the Ron Hextall, so we'll see. I'm sorry for saving it, guys, but as I mentioned, when these boxes hit $500-600 in value, I shall save them till the end. So there's the Clint Malarchuk. Everybody knows his storyline. And Savard, who had 5 times in his career 100 points or more. Comparison to Gretzky doing 200 points or more. I believe it's just a base canvas, but we'll see in a second. Chris Terreri, who was initially the starting goalie before Marty came in. And this is just a base one of Scotty Niedermayer. Very nice. That is a beauty. Doesn't he have an all-time Future Watch that's a non-auto? Can't recall. Cujo, as well as the Sean Chambers. Al McInnes would be on Calgary. I've hit him a couple of times already. I think he's to 99 with the all-time Future Watches. We'll see. We shall see, Shells. It could be yellow, theoretically. I don't think that's yellow, in which case it could be Ray Bourque or who else? Bernie Parent. But I think it was orange. We'll see. Tumarutu, Marty Brodeur, as well as the Stevie Y Profiles Bounty, Chris Mason, and Harry Howell. I'd say that the Upper Deck Canvas autos rival the all-time future watches as the nicest autos for the set. I believe the Mario of that one would be a Group B, one in 689, but once you divide by all the names in that grouping, it becomes very hard to hit him. Steve Vickers, I love these names. And there's Frank Mahovlich, I always say one of my mom's favorite players, and then you see him with all his 06 teams. Sillinger, who has a son in the NHL, and this is just a base gold, not an auto. So it would be a Kevin Miller, as well as Adams, Keith Kachuk, Daddy Kachuk, and Anders Hedberg. So we would expect another auto in this column. Ideally, we would hit an all-time future watch acetate as well, but beggars can't be choosers. And this is our auto. So we hit another base auto coupled with the all-time future watch, which is kind of par for the course. I wouldn't mind a Felix Potvin. I have been hitting goalies, but typically you hit a sort of lowly name. There's the Gordie Howe. That would be a short print, obviously. That is him circa 78, 79-ish, isn't it? Or 79, 80 last year. So who is this? This would be, it's so funny, I've hit him before. Brian Propp. Doesn't Brian Propp have an all-time future watch? I almost feel like he does. He's actually one of the better ones. Believe it or not, he was actually a great flyer. Propp definitely has an all-time future watch. In fact, he's one of the best flyers all time. Went to the finals 5 times. The point of game guy, 1,000 games played guy. He was spectacular. In fact, oft forgotten, I'd almost say. He deserves more love in the hobby. Latowski, as well as a Belfour dominant digits. Okay, we'll take that. Nice one, nice one. He does not have an auto in the set, but you could have his all-time future watch hand signed. He does have an all-time future watch, I guess, number to 199 unsigned. So if you see it on eBay signed, somebody had it hand signed in person from him. In fact, I heard someone say that they did have Belfour hand signed his all-time future watch number to 199, and he'd said that he'd never seen the card before and loved the card. So that's an interesting one too. Esa Tikkanen, that would make a perfect auto as well as the PJ Axelson. All right, last couple of packs here. So we do have an all-time future watch. It could be Brian Propp. We'll see in a second here. We do have a base dominant digits as opposed to the hull in the background. Luc Robitaille and Randy Carlyle all over this product in Pittsburgh and different jerseys, right? I mean, it could theoretically in a parallel universe be Eric Lindros too, because he's to 49. In other words, you can open 20 cases and not hit him. But more likely Bill Barber, Bobby Clark, who else? Ron Hextall, as I mentioned, but also all the Calgary Flames and whoever else is orange, right? Including Iggy, for that matter. That would be a great one. Simon Gagner and Paul McLean. But we'll see. I mean, I've done this before, and it ended up being yellow and not orange, or red and not orange. But I believe that's orange. Who knows? I can only postulate and gesticulate and guess. So this is another one of the base golds. Kip Miller, as well as the Andy Bathgate. That's a beauty as well. I love these old school ones. They're my favorite. Rich Preston and Daryl Shannon. Marty St. Louis. I mean, I'm just guessing. I have no idea who it will be. We'll see in a second here. Okay. Brett Hull would be great, but is it? I believe it's orange. It'd be awesome if it were red, but I'm 99% certain it's orange. Dave Brown, Chris Joseph, Mike Weaver. Isn't this fun? This is always so much fun. And look at the Bobby Hull short print. That is wicked. He played only a few games with them, didn't he? Like 8 games or something. Okay, so let's see who we have here. Definitely orange, right? Absolutely orange. And did I mention Dave Schultz? I don't think I mentioned Dave Schultz. I think, I've never hit this one. I have not hit Dave Schultz. Number to 199, one of the more common ones, but he is known as the Broad Street Bully himself. He was a penalty leader. Right, actually really cool. I do not have this one. Wasn't expecting it, although I did expect a flyer. I think it was the one guy I didn't mention, right? So cool, added to the collection, one I did not have. Now I'm wondering, it could be, because this is probably more of a common, it could be that I end up with 2 or 3 all-time future watches per case. We'll see, who knows? So that's basically it, guys. Wicked box of this stuff. It's funny, I think I mentioned every single orange one except for that one, so not necessarily on my radar, but I have to say he was one of the most important players on the Broad Street Bullies. For those of us who lived that era, I certainly lived it as a toddler and a kid, We were scared of this Flyers team because they were so tough, precisely because of guys like him, precisely because of him. So definitely a historical legend, and I love the fact that Upper Deck is nodding to these alumni, the ones that you just don't see frequently enough within Upper Deck products. Hope you enjoyed that. Every full cards, bunch of boxes to come, I guess, at my leisure. Please be sure to sub, like, hashtag drive, and full cards live and direct from a place called Brooklyn, New York City. Let's go. Let's go.
Everybody dancing, everybody